Joining us now in Studio B is B-Lo, Brian Logan, former BYU football standout. He is here for
What's up, Brian?
a long day of football conversation.
Hey, it feels good, dude, to be in this building, walking on this green earth that God created for us after a win. Wisconsin.
And that was no ordinary win. Can you believe that happened still? I mean, it's been a couple days, but unbelievable.
No, man. I mean, I'm still shocked. I don't want to say that. I can't say that this is like an upset for us, maybe nationally. Nationally, everybody's like, oh, this is upset. I think we knew that these guys had the potential. So, I mean, it's shocking.
Now, wait a minute.
What? Potential.
BYU lost to Cal and looked pathetic on offense. We were all like, ugh, hopefully they just compete.
No. See, I feel like I've been different than anybody else.
Brian, that is for sure.
And this is, yes. I saw what you did. That's a good one. Give me some. But look, check this out. I just felt like, Cal wasn't a good team. I knew that Arizona wasn't a good team. And so how BYU played against Cal was so different than Arizona. I was like, Cal didn't come in and win this game. I just feel like BYU didn't win it.
They didn't execute.
They didn't execute. It was just the simple, small things. You look at that drive killers, penalties, man. They couldn't get anything going. Mm-hmm. And then you look at Wisconsin. I remember one.
There was 3 penalties.
3 penalties, right? But I remember one that was a true drive killer. And I think they were at like the 20-yard line. They got a holding penalty, went back to 15 yards or whatever. And I was like, oh, see, there you go. We haven't had one of those all game, and for BYU to have one, I think in the fourth quarter, proves the way that they played against Cal versus now.
All right, so looking at drive killers.
Yeah.
That's kind of how you are deciphering BYU's quality of play. That's an interesting look.
And the thing about that is that those things are fixable, right? I can fix holding. I can fix those type of penalties. What I can't fix is talent. I can't fix that. I can't unless I go and recruit, right? But as far as the right now, how do we get better? I can fix those things, and that's what makes me say these guys have the potential.
Now, right now, we've been looking at what Tanner Mangum did on Saturday and have been asking people to answer our question of the day, which is his performance being undervalued? 12 for 22, 89 yards, no turnovers, yet Pro Football Focus gave him the highest individual rating of any BYU player in the game. What do you think? Is his performance being undervalued?
I think so. I think it is by fans and maybe as analysts. I think you look at what the defense did. Well, first and foremost, just the overall shock, right, of the win. Look at what the defense did. Then you look at Squally. And I think a lot of the credit is going to him. And you look at, the pass that we're looking at right now, the trick play. And I think a total of all those things combined, it kind of really overshadows what Tanner did. And I think that the biggest key or the biggest stat in all that is the turnovers. No turnovers. That's huge. So I think so.
He executed.
Yeah.
I thought he was really efficient.
He didn't lose the game. Now, did he go out and win the game? Probably not.
He didn't win the game, but he didn't lose.
But he didn't lose the game.
Sure. There'll be a game or 2 or 3 or 5 where Tanner Mangum needs to win the game for BYU. But that wasn't Saturday. Okay, so BYU wins that game. You were a part of BYU's last win versus top 10 team. Yeah. What does a win against a team like that do for a team? What is it doing for BYU right now?
Man, I think the biggest thing is the confidence. I think the chemistry tightens up because like I know everybody that played in that game against Oklahoma, like that's something special that we'll have forever. You know what I mean? Nobody could take that away. So we automatically have that bond. You get closer, and then I think it motivates you a lot more, especially going through what they went through last year. Look, we came out and we shocked the world. Let's continue to do that. I don't think this is going to be, the opposite where, oh, we can sit back and chill and let's, like have fun. I don't think that's going to happen with this team. From what they went through and how hungry they've been, all the reports that we've heard, I think it's going to give them more motivation.
Jeff Grimes said yesterday on Coordinator's Corner that BYU got its edge back.
Yeah.
And that for the Cal game, they did not prepare in a way that allowed them to play well and win that game. But now we're hoping that it leads to obviously a win against McNeese, but then Washington, and then Utah State, and Hawaii, and Northern Illinois, and then hopefully BYU gets on a roll, right?
What was the most impressive thing let's take it bigger picture. What's been the most impressive thing you've seen in all 3 games from BYU football?
I'd probably say just the edge, the swag, the confidence, man. This just and that's the whole team, and then the second answer from that would be the defense. This looks like the defense that I played under, with Bronco. Everybody flying to the ball. There's multiple hats, around the ball, even when the play is over, right? And I would say that, man, it's I believe is back to when I played and even a little bit after that with Kyle Van Noy, those type of guys. So yeah, man, I think that's the biggest thing that has stuck out to me so far.
Nicely put. BYU has not given up 24 points in any game this season.
Well.
That's the number, man.
That's the number.
That's the magic number.
And BYU needed that number to beat Wisconsin, by the way.
And they needed that number to beat
They needed
Cal.
22, but they got 24.
Right.
And if they get 24 against Cal, Bronco knew some stuff, didn't he?
Hey, man, stats and data, they don't lie, man. They don't. When he came in and he had, a whole bunch of analysts put together those reports and those numbers, and they came out with those pillars, and he was like, well, okay, well, if this is what the data is telling me, this is our goal. It's simple. Life could be that simple.
It can be. We have 30 seconds. What can we expect on After Further Review tonight, Brian?
Me and David Nixon were taking over the show. So
Really?
Yep.
You guys have conspired to do this for a long time.
Yeah.
Peeking in the brain.
And you know what? The fact of the matter is that we can do anything when you beat a team like Wisconsin, and yeah, so we get there's no rules anymore.
It's the Bravid
There's no
Nogan
rules.
takeover.
This is
yeah.
BYU. There's no rules?
Nope. Not when you
What?
Nope. Not when you beat the number 6 team. No homework, no class. I'm just playing, kinda.
There will be Bravid Nogan is going to make an
Raven Nogan
appearance
is
on
back.
After
And
Further
every
Review
Tuesday,
tonight.
you guys say, what are we doing today?
That's right.
Going to take over After Further Review.
Brian, great to have you with us, man. Thanks.
Good to see you, Brian.